Sorry about that. I had it pointed upwards towards to the sky instead of turned around. Sorry about that. Alrighty, boy, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Alrighty. But we did finish the E's. But I forgot to flip it around to the front. A lot of traffic on the road today. Going?
Yeah, there is 2 hard-boiled eggs on the stove if you want them.
Alright.
I forgot about them.
Alright. Yep. Looks like a package. Would you grab the mail for me? And the mail lady just ran, which I can hopefully it's that other package I've been waiting for. I don't know. We'll see. And again, it could be for my grandson. You just never know. Nope, no package. Oh well. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. Alrighty, well, be careful. Alrighty. Anyhow, so we're gonna have to start all over again. I'll have to remember to delete that other one. There's baby chatting away and talking and couldn't see nothing. You're staring at the canopy above me. Oh well. You live and learn, right? I'm so used to doing this indoors at my desk, so I have a different setup. And unfortunately, when I move it outdoors, I forget to switch the camera from the back to the front. Yeah. Oh well. It happens. Yeah, we'll have this done before you know it if we keep pushing at it. There we go. I'm looking to see if there's any more 6s. Got some 5s down there. Yep, there's some right there. I don't want to put them away if there's a bunch of them still pending, shall we say. Yeah, the one thing about this thing is it does have a lot of confetti because you'll have, little clusters of the same color, but it's not like color blocking. You're constantly having to change colors in this one. Yeah. I got I'll show you, I'll have to show it to you later. But I got this diamond painting yesterday. And, oh, excuse me. Woo, goodness. And It's of a tiger, and it is absolutely stunning. I love it. And I had to open it and look at it and whatnot because it was one that I'd been waiting on for a while. And it's come through, and oh, it's beautiful. But then you know me, I like the big cats anyway. But I think I'm done with all the sixes. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't see any more. Yep. Alrighty. That'll work. Yeah. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing because it is really hard to see the screen. Uh, and so, put number 6 back in its place. So, what do we got here? What do we want to do? Well, we got some C's. What is a C? Is number 10. Yes, there you go. There's a pretty bright yellow. Let me get some more wax. There we go. There we go. And that's a pretty yellow. I like that yellow. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to hang my shower curtain on my own because Missy seems like she's always busy, and Jesse, he doesn't want to help out too much. So he either gets busy doing something else or he forgets. And so we end up, I've been trying to get that shower curtain hung for weeks now. Yeah, the girls used to like to play in the bathtub, and they had a tendency to shred the shower curtain. So we're more or less overdue to change out. So anyhow, I'll get to it eventually. Like my mama used to say, I'll get around to it. When she used to do that, I'll get around to it. uh, but anyway. Let's see, what do we got? I got some peas. Yep. Yes, I do. And I've got one down here that I need to pick up. Right there. So, what is pea? Number 21. It's another kind of an orangish color. Almost like a dull tangerine color kind of thing. Alright, there. Oh, there's another one. See, the problem is if you skip them, then you have to go back and find them. You know? That is why I don't like to skip them. Yep. Alright. Yeah, we were talking about playing the lottery and winning the lottery, and what we would do. And I told her what I would do is I would buy a half an acre of land, have it completely fenced in. Then I would put uh, it's called Incredible Tiny Homes. I would take and I would have a tiny home put on it because I don't need a lot of space. And that little tiny home has a bathroom, a nice kitchen, pantry area, a and a combination living room and bedroom, you know, and it's about 300 square feet. I could live in something like that with no trouble because I've been living in a bedroom. Okay, now get this. I got a bedroom that's about 7 foot by 8. No, is it 7 by 8? It could be 7 by 9. But anyway, it's like 7 foot by 9 foot, say. Right? It's got a little teeny tiny closet. And then it has, um, and then I have a bathroom that I have to share with my grandson. And that's basically what I live in. That's my living space, which is probably about, I'm just going to guess and say it's about, I don't know, 100, 120 square feet. It's not much. And so if I moved from 100, from 120 square feet to a, let's see, I'm looking for more peas. And I don't see any more. Nope, no more peas. Mhm. And anyway, if I had, went from 120 square feet to 300, that's a lot of space, especially when you're not used to living in big space. And I don't have any desire to have a great big monster home. I want something that's small, easily maintained, and so I would probably end up going and buying a. Let's see, we got a few J's here. One of those incredible tiny homes. They're built up there in Newport, Tennessee, and I would probably buy one. I get one about, because they're not that big. They're like 8 or 9 foot wide, and they can be as long as you want, okay? I would get one that's like 8 or 9 foot wide and maybe 26 foot long, 26, 28, something like that. That way I would have enough room that I would have a laundry room. I would have a, we have a kitchen, a bathroom, a bedroom, you know, and then you have a small loft. It's more of a storage loft. It's not something you sleep in, and it's all living. You're living on one floor. Mm. That would work for me. Mm-hmm. And I could be perfectly happy. The only thing I would have to have is I would have to have a large size porch. That because I do a lot of living outside, and I have to have some of my living space outdoors. You know, especially in the late spring and through the summer and into the fall. You know, that would work for me. And you know, the funny thing is with buying not so much buying the property, because I don't know how much properties are running for right now, but buying the home and all the amenities, all the little fancy amenities, and putting a large size porch on it, okay, getting it all set up, it would run me between 35 and 42,000 total, and that might possibly be even with the property, the land. So, and then again, I may choose to move up to Newport and move on to one of their one of their tiny home communities. You know, I might even do that. That'd be nice. You'd be kind of centrally located. On top of that, um, you'd have neighbors. You know, you'd have community. Of older folks. Yeah, I could live with that. Yeah, but I gotta win the lottery first. And like my daughter says, in order to win the lottery, you have to play it. So she got a point there. But that's all right. Eventually, you know, maybe God will see fit to let me do that, and that way I can get myself a little house. You know, I think that's a J. I think it looks like it. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, I think we got all the J's. It's looking good though. But like I said, it's a lot of confetti. Yeah. Alrighty. There we go. But yeah, that's what I would like to do. I'd have my own little place, and it's small enough that I can take care of it without too much trouble. And wish my nose would stop running. And let's see what we got here. We got N's and R's right here. All right, let's go for the N's. What is an N? Let's see. And number 19. But yeah, my daughter and I both said the same thing. That we'd like to have one of those little tiny homes. You know, growing up, my mom and dad, they were in the military, and so they traveled a lot. And because of that, we got used to living in a travel trailer for years, and my mother loved it. She said it'd take her about 30 minutes to clean the entire house. And then the rest of the time we were outside, and because she had 3 kids in that travel trailer, plus her and my dad. And they did very well, because my dad he was a trainer, a sharpshooter for the Army, and he went across country going from place to place, training people how to shoot, more or less. And anyhow, and I grew up that way. That's why I've got that gypsy blood in me. You know, I didn't settle down into one place until I got older. You know, I was constantly on the move. It's just the way I was. It's what I was used to. My oldest brother is the same way. Now, my youngest brother, no, he doesn't like to travel for some reason. So he's always been one to stay in one place and, do his thing, But it wasn't until I got older and whatnot that I started to settle down a little bit and stay in one place. And me sitting here, in Georgia, I've been here for going on 30 years now, basically in the same place. And it's all right. I mean, it's okay. But, I still have that desire to travel, but I know that I can't, you know, just not physically able to anymore. Yeah. Yeah, me and my ex-husband, we were travelers. We were always up and moving and going places, and going and settling in new places, and then we'd be there for a year or so, and then we'd move on. You know, yeah, I think I got all the inches. I don't see any more, but so moving on was kind of a thing for me. That's why uh, growing up, we didn't have close family, close friends. Goodness, excuse me. And anyhow, we had each other, me and my two brothers, and it wasn't until after we settled in one spot that we started, basically putting down roots and having making friends and that kind of stuff. Because it was always us. It was just us. All right. A. What is letter A? It's number 8. And I had to excuse me with my nose is a little bit runny. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold. That's all I need. Anyhow, and so living in a small space, which is the point of this conversation, living in a small space doesn't seem to bother me too much. I've never lived in a great big house. You know, we lived in smaller houses, small homes. And then when my mom and dad finally settled down and stopped moving from place to place, that's when we went to a little bit larger of a home. You know. So, yeah, I was telling her I put it on a half acre of land, set it all up, and get it all set up and have it where's the uh, little tiny home, and then I'd have a large uh, front porch, and half of it would be screened in, and then the other half would be like just a covered porch. That way I can have a barbecue grill out there or whatever. And then I'd have one of those metal garage, the double garage carport cover things, whatever they call them. I'd have one of those. And then at the other end of the carport, where it's sitting, I would have a medium-sized shed put in. And that way I would have plenty of room for what little bit of storage I need. And I'd have plenty of room for, like, say, a freezer on the outside, and it would be in the shed. But I would make sure that the shed was well insulated, and I was able to lock it up. And let's see, what else would I do? And then I would put, a little small, like flower gardens and stuff like that, flowers around it, that kind of thing. And whatnot. It'd be nice when I got it done. But like I said, I'd probably sink the land, the fencing, or everything. We're looking at probably roughly about $50,000. And if I paid it off all at once because of the lottery, I would have absolutely no house payments other than insurance. That'd be cool. That would work for me. Alrighty. Do I have any more A's? Oh, there's one. Oh, goodness. And so that, we talked about that earlier. We talked about what the things we'd like to do and what we would do, and it was cool. It was cool, and it was interesting. It's an interesting conversation. Yeah. But like I said, it's just me, and I don't need a great big house. I need something big enough to live in it comfortably, but small enough that it would be easy to take care of. That's what I need. And I almost put that on an S. Whoop, there's an A. And yeah, like I said, it's all scattered around. But yeah, that's what I would like to do. But my chances of winning the lottery is slim to none. Anyhow, but yeah, if I had the money and if I won the lottery, that's exactly what I would do. I would be completely independent. I would be able to do all the things that I want to do, but yet live in a small space. Oh, goodness. All right, I think we got all the A's because all I see now is S's and K's. Yeah. I do. Oh, wait a minute. I think I found one. I found one. There we go. But other than that, I think we got them all. If not, we'll have to come back and fill them in. Okay? All right. But anyway, I don't know how long we've been on here. I have no idea. I'll do one more batch of diamonds, and then I think we're gonna, close this for today. I may come back and, do some more diamond painting uh, later on this afternoon or tonight. Oh, let's see what we got here. We got 3s and we got S's. Which do we want? Let's do the S's. Let me see, because it's getting a little warm out here anyway. 23. Yeah, the sun is changing direction, and so it's starting to beat on me a little bit. That's all right. I enjoy it. I love the outdoors. As long as it's nice and comfy, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and got a little bit of a breeze. All right, I'm happy. I am a happy little camper. Yeah, I know the girls are perfectly content. I got Lily sleeping here next to me, and Frankie, I think, is up under the chair. So they are having a heyday, and that's what they do. They come out and they play a little while, and then they sprawl out and go to sleep. And then when I go to bring them inside, they I'll grab the leash and start leading them indoors, and Frankie, she starts hissing at me. She does not like coming in. She wants to stay outside all the time, which I understand. I do. Believe me, I do. And so, mhm. But when it gets too warm that I can't stay out here too long, then I have to go inside, and I don't never leave the girls out by themselves because there ain't no telling what could come up on this porch. So that is why when I go in, they go in. Yeah. Besides that, I got to get up and do a few things anyway. I've got to get. I got to get up and use those two boiled eggs that she's got. It's sitting on the stove. We're going to use those up. And then I've got. Then I'm going to empty the dishwasher again. Yeah, she does the dishes most of the time, and I empty it and put all the dishes away. Sometimes if she's really, really tired, I'll take and I'll fill the dishwasher for her. But most of the time, she prefers to do it herself, so it's okay. But as long as I empty it, she's happy. Yeah. Yesterday I was having trouble with my breathing, so I was not able to do it yesterday. But that's all right. Luckily, we didn't do a whole lot of cooking last night, and uh, so anyway, so I'll empty out the dishwasher and probably refill it for her. Seeing as my breathing's not too bad today. Yep. Yeah, I mostly try to keep everything nice and quiet because my grandson, he works third shift, and so I don't want to wake him up by making a lot of noise and banging around. So I keep it nice and quiet for him so he can sleep. And so the best thing for me to do is sit and diamond paint. Basically, it's it's a quiet thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of S's and 2's, and they're almost, not quite, but almost the same color. Yeah, get over there. And so anyway, so that's why I try to keep it real quiet during the day. And yeah, I was telling my daughter that in order for us to try to even think about doing a tiny home, first thing we'd have to do is look into the zoning and see if tiny homes are allowed. I know the last time I looked into it, the tiny homes could not be uh, any smaller than 400 square feet of living space. And how a lot of people were getting around that problem is that they would take and they would put a concrete um, pad, a concrete pad that was the equivalent of 400 square feet, right? And then they would bring in their tiny homes and set it up on that concrete. And so that's how they got around the 400 square feet problem. And because a lot of people don't have 400 square foot homes, they have 300 square foot homes, or 310, or 399. They don't have 400 square feet. So what they do to get around that issue is to pour a concrete pad and then put their house on that pad. So that way it is, and then they would have a roof over, like a patio, okay, and that would be the equivalent of 400 square feet of living space. They'd never specify that you have to have 400 square feet inside the home, okay. And a lot of people were doing that. I don't know if it's still like that or not, but I knew quite a few people that were doing that. And hey, whatever works, right? And so anyway, so that's probably what we may have to do if we wanted to go that route. We would probably have to lay a 10 by 40 concrete pad, or a 50 by 40 or whatever. And that way we would have a large concrete pad, and then we just take our 10 foot by 26 foot or 28 foot tiny home and set it up on that concrete pad. And then when they can put a patio or a porch over it and whatnot, they would have a little bit of a patio, a concrete patio, and that way you got your 400 square feet. So anyhow, yeah, because I know a lot of people that live in the larger travel trailers, and that's what they had to do because of the zoning ordinance and stuff in this particular county. See, what it is they don't like people getting these small homes because they can't collect a lot of taxes on these smaller homes. There's not much in a way. They don't get these big dollar taxes. And so the county said, okay, well, we'll just fix it to where you can't have those. And then you'll have to build or buy a bigger home. And that way we can collect our taxes. And somebody, I don't know who, but somebody found a way around that issue. So, yep, there's one right there. And I think I've got them all, I think. I hope. I don't see any. Oh, yeah, I do. They're dark, and so they're hard to see without a light pad. There's one right there. Alrighty. I think that's it. Nope. I keep saying that, and then I find another one. I'm not going to say it again, because if I do, I'll end up finding a whole bunch more. Yeah. So, where'd that one come from? Stick it right there. And anyhow, so we're going to call it quits. And we got S's is 23. And we're going to call it quits because it's getting hot out here now. I don't have no idea. It's probably about 3 o'clock. I don't know what time it is. All right, there we go. Well, we had a good time. We did a little bit. Got a little bit done. Put that over there. And we will get back with it probably later on this afternoon. You have a good day. Have a blessed day. Spend time with your family if you can. And we will see you probably later tonight or possibly tomorrow. Okay? Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.